The plot thickens in a foggy ghost town. Supermassive Games served up another horror adventure just in time for Halloween. Whether you dug Until Dawn and only Until Dawn, or you also played Man of Medan and thought it was decent, cheesy fun, or you're removed from the whole Dark Pictures Anthology saga, but are kinda in the mood for a suspenseful, not too spooky Halloween game, in that case, I have to give Little Hope a thumbs up. It's striking at the right place at the right time with the right setup, a town haunted by witch trials. While Little Hope is a standalone game, it follows the same one-sitting structure of Man of Medan, albeit with some lessons learned, and a much more gripping and mysterious story to piece together. Mechanically, and I absolutely love this as someone who is guaranteed to play these games more than once, there are quick alerts before every individual QuickTime event, so you don't have to keep your controller in a death grip during cutscenes out of fear that you'll miss an out-of-nowhere button prompt. There's also more breathing room during exploration, not just the wide-open streets to roam, and a free-moving third-person camera at times, but also with cues to stop you from accidentally moving forward to the next area before you've finished combing the area for hidden tidbit-filled collectibles. That's not to say Little Hope is a 100% step up across the board, or that it's some sprawling game. Not at all. Man of Medan feels claustrophobic and threatening in ways that Little Hope doesn't quite match, for better and for worse. And it's still a very guided experience with little room for emergent deviation. That said, Supermassive has some fun contextual reasons to justify the game's linearity, as there's an otherworldly fog pushing your crew deeper into the obviously effed up ghost town. Heck, even the occasionally ridiculous banter checks out on some level with certain revelations, which we won't spoil.
Come with us. Are you kidding me? I'm not going anywhere with you. What? I walked away from you!
Aha. So you thought better of going it alone then?
Why'd you come back? I don't get it.
It doesn't make any sense.
It all starts with the adrenaline-pumping doomsday scenario of a prologue that immediately got me invested in all 5 characters, the lead of which, Will Porter, mostly acts as a vessel for the player. The less I say the better, but I want you to know that 1, there's more going on here than an abandoned town that once horrifically tortured suspected witches, and 2, this is a layered story that demands to be experienced again with hindsight. It took me 5 hours to beat the first time around, so that shouldn't be a huge ask. Little Hope isn't as riveting as the second time through, but it was satisfying to see key moments resonate in clever ways. There's also the optional Curator'S Cut to spice things up with alternate scenes, to an extent. For full transparency, I wasn't able to test the Share the Controller Movie Night mode for 2 to 5 players, or the online co-op shared story mode for 2 players, but they're the ideal ways to play. To my surprise, I wasn't outright scared or unnerved by anything so much as I was intrigued. That's not necessarily a complaint though, but it is worth mentioning so you can set your own expectations. I think Little Hope could have been terrifying and stressful if Supermassive wanted to borrow paranoia-inducing tricks from Silent Hill's brand of hazy mischief. But the Dark Pictures Anthology is all about the choice-driven cinematic horror that's entertaining in a social setting. I get it. This chilling, foggy backdrop could have been taken further, but at the same time, Little Hope tells a different story. And the studio's production schedule, budget, and scope seem pretty locked in for these games at this point. Right up until the very end, I was dying to figure out how to escape those creepy things for good, whether I'd made the right calls, and what the deal was with a certain easy-to-hate character. Little Hope proves that the Dark Pictures format isn't a fluke, and I'm excited for Supermassive to continue honing its craft.
That's it. Game over. You're done.
But for more reviews and all your gaming news, be sure to head on over to Destructoid.com.